Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Mary Cosby is getting real about her fallout with castmate Meredith Marks. "I feel like we've been on a slippery slope since I bonded with Angie," Katsanevas, Cosby, 52, told Page 6 virtual Reali-Tea on Tuesday during the New York City launch of Van Leeuwen's SLC Scoop ice cream flavor. "Meredith is the type of person who likes to be in an alliance with someone," the Bravolebrity elaborated. "And if you befriend that person that she doesn't like, she kind of pulls away from you. And that's what happened." Marks, 52, and Katsanevas, 51, have repeatedly clashed on RHOSLC since the latter joined the hit reality show in 2022's Season 3 as a friend of the cast before transitioning into a full-time role last year in Season 4. While Katsanevas and Cosby previously didn't get along, they struck up an unexpected friendship before cameras started rolling for Season 5. Cosby believes this development is to blame for the demise of her once-close bond with Marks. However, the jewelry designer has expressed confusion over the situation and suggested that the preacher turned on her out of the blue, perhaps using her for airtime or to reclaim her snowflake. "You used me for 3 years. Yeah, I got the memo," Marks says in the Season 5 trailer, likely referring to the fact that she was the one RHOSLC lady who maintained communication with Cosby during the latter's Season 3 hiatus. Viewers can expect to see the ladies' relationship begin to crumble in Wednesday's episode during a breakfast at Tiffany's themed get-together hosted by Cosby. In the same sneak peek, Marks is seen being kicked out of the event. Cosby tells Marks, "You're a sneaky little, snarky little something." Marks, who is dressed as Audrey Hepburn in the scene, snaps, telling Cosby to leave her alone. The religious leader then shouts at Marks to get out of her house, to which the Meredith Marks caviar founder obliges. In the mid-season trailer, Marks seemingly accuses a co-star of secretly recording her during a cast trip to Mexico. Cosby, for her part, finds such an assertion to be absurd.